Everybody a trophy. That's what they did tonight. They gave a trophy, a win, a huge win to Horn, the local kid, for trying hard. You're not supposed to get it for trying hard. You're supposed to get it for winning.
What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for tuning in. Quick video, very quick video about Victor Ortiz. He's back, or he says he's back, kind of. He fought last night against Saul Coral and got the win against someone that we've never really heard of. So when fighters beat people like that and say they're back, I kind of have my reservations. And he's always kind of disappeared and come back and won and come back. And every time he's lost, he disappears again, right? That's Victor Ortiz. He's been labelled with this quick tag. I think that's a bit harsh. I think he's not helped himself. He said some really stupid things, especially after Marcus Maidana fight. I kind of remember when he said, I don't know what he said, I don't deserve to be getting hit like this, or something along those lines. I was like, well, you're in the wrong sport. I don't know why I've done that in American accent. But anyway, he says he's back. And it's strange, you know, because you look at that, I don't think people remember just how big a name Victor Ortiz was. I mean, Golden Boy were pushing him. He was huge, and then they kind of put him in with this unknown Argentine called Marcus Maidana, who we all know right now. And that was it, really. After that, we all kind of know what Victor Ortiz is about. And it almost reminds me a bit of Amir Khan, when Amir Khan was this big name in Britain, and Frank Warren was really big on him, and Golden Boy were massive on him, and then they put him in with, again, unknown Colombian, I think at the time, Breeders Prescott. Right? You got to be careful. You match your stars, boy. You got to be careful. After the Marcus Maidana defeat, he went on another kind of, I say a run. I think he had 5 or 6 wins back to back, which obviously was topped by the Andre Berto knockout, which was a massive upset at the time. And then got a Floyd Mayweather fight. And then he kind of lost 3 in a row. Luis Galazzo, Josito Lopez. And then he retired again. Done Expendables, done a few films, came back. And you're just not sure. You're just not sure of him. He had that kind of rematch with Andre Berto. Lost that, disappeared again. And now, all of a sudden, he's back again. One thing that did stand out that he said, I think this was even prior to the fight, he said, you know, I'm still one of the best at 147. I can hang with those top guys. And people kind of laughed at it, right? I did initially. I kind of thought, wow, you're crazy. And then I thought about it and I thought, he must look at the division. Remember, Andre Berto fight, I'm trying to think, the Marcus Maidana fight, sorry, when he was at 140 was 2008, 2009, so that's what, nearly 10 years ago. I remember the welterweights in and around back then. I mean, even 10, okay, look at the welterweights from 15 years ago. And this is not me being harsh on the welterweights, I'm not. But look at the welterweights 15 years ago. You think Paul Williams, Margarito, Floyd Mayweather, Mosley, Cotto, Zab was kind of in and around that division. And remember, we're talking Super Zab. Not the Zab that fought Khan and Garcia, Super Zab. Yeah, he lost to Carlos Boldemir, but Zab could still bang a bit. Zab caused problems to Floyd in the first 4 or 5 rounds. Then he just, mindset was fucked up, lost, crazy. You look at that division, and you look at the 147 fighters now, none of them can hang. People will say Spence, no. Spence can't hang with those guys. Spence can't hang with a pure, unbeaten Cotto, or a walk down you, destroy you, eat you Margarito, or a 6'1" Paul Williams with the reach of a basketball player, or just the speed and punching power and accuracy of a Zab Judah. And Floyd Mayweather, we're not even going to talk about, and nor Shea Mosley. What I'm trying to say is that when Victor Ortiz makes these comments that people think ridiculous and ludicrous, he must look at the division like I do and think, it's not that good, people. It's not that good. It's okay. The welterweight division is okay. Sean Porter is a good fighter. Furman is a good fighter. Danny Garcia is a good fighter. Spence is a bit special. I give Spence something. Kell Brooks, a good fighter. These are not elite 147 fighters. These are not guys that are ever going to go down in anything as one great 147 fighters. They're just not that great. I mean, and that's not... I'm not trying to be harsh to them. I'm just trying to just talk reality and talk boxing facts. They're not that good. They are decent. And that's what it is. And I don't know if Victor Ortiz, who, again, not that great himself, but can punch a bit, looks at it and thinks, they're not killers up there. You know what I mean? I think if he was looking up and looked up and saw Margarito, a prime Floyd, Shane, and all the rest of those guys in some bubble, he'd think, maybe I need to cut some weight back down to 140. He looks up and thinks, I've got a puncher's chance against any of those guys, really. And even a boxing ability against someone like a Porter, who's just not really a boxer, more like a bloody rugby player. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going on a bit. But I kind of understood what he said because of what's about right now. In saying that, look, we know Ortiz's mindset's all over the place. I think it could have changed. He had a son, a son or a daughter, about 5-6 months ago. So I think that might give him incentive to kind of push on and see what he's got in this division, earn some money. He still is a draw. He still is a big draw. It looked like there was a decent crowd in that fight last night. It was on PBC. Al Heyman's behind him. So he will get those matchups just because he's a name. And if a lot of these 147 guys aren't fighting each other, I'm sure that Victor Ortiz's name will be mentioned. A couple more wins and his name's going to be mentioned in and around them. It's just going to happen. Look, I know Figueroa's at 147, but I feel like, 140, but I'd put him in against Figueroa at catch weight, or even if Figueroa wants to come up in weight. I think he could match up well against someone like that. He still has huge punching power. It's interesting, but what do you guys make of Victor Ortiz? Is it just a case of this was just a gimme fight, and when he does fight the elite again, he's just going to crumble like he kind of has done recently? I mean, again, like I said, you look at his record and he's lost recently to Berto, Collazo, Josecito Lopez, Mayweather we won't count, and Maidana. But then you look at the record again, then there's good names on. There's Nate Campbell on the record, there's Lamont Peterson, I think that was a draw, right? I don't know. I just feel like with the crop of 147 fighters now, he's got a chance. Obviously, there's some guys you don't put him in against. You don't put him in against Sean Porter. I think you could put him in against Danny Garcia. I really do. I'm not being harsh, but I really, really do think you could put him against Danny Garcia. Especially when I see performances that Danny Garcia done against like the likes of Herrera. And even Zab Judah didn't look great against. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.